So, you know how everyone's always going on about how walking is like good for you? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. But this deep dive we're doing today is about a podcast episode. It blew my mind. It was about like 10 ways that specifically morning walks can like totally change your life.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all just physical stuff either.
It's amazing, right? How something so simple can like totally transform your, like both your body and your mind.
Totally. So like the first thing they jumped into was how a morning walk could be better than like chugging another cup of coffee. You know, when you're feeling tired, that could be like a better way to like energize your whole day.
Oh, for sure. So like when you walk, it increases like the flow of oxygen through your body.
Yeah.
And it like triggers the release of cortisol and epinephrine,
Okay.
those are like your body's natural stimulants.
So it's like a natural energy drink.
Exactly. But like without the crash later on.
Okay. Yeah, I hate that feeling. So you're saying like instead of hitting that wall in the afternoon,
Yeah.
I could like ride this wave of natural energy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And plus like the morning sunlight when you're walking, it helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle,
Okay.
which also helps boost your energy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then they get into like mental health benefits,
Right.
which I think is something we can all relate to. Like the world is so hectic and crazy and connected all the time.
Oh my gosh, yes. So the podcast, they describe walking as like a moving meditation. It activates your like parasympathetic nervous system.
That's the one that like calms you down, right?
Exactly. The
Yeah.
one that helps you relax.
Yeah.
So it can really help with stress and anxiety.
You know, I've definitely noticed that like when I'm stressed out, if I go for a walk, I just feel so much better after.
Yeah, totally. And like while you're walking, pay attention to your breath and like how your feet feel on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, it's like being present in the moment, which is a key part of mindfulness.
The podcast episode had all these stories from people who are like, yeah, I can totally think clear when I walk. It helps me stop overthinking. That makes sense. Plus, you know, you have the endorphins. And those are like natural mood boosters that are released when you exercise.
Right.
Like they're powerful. They can help with stress and anxiety. And there's even evidence they can help with depression.
That's wild. So you're saying that just 30 minutes of walking could literally change the way I feel mentally for the whole day.
It can have a huge impact.
Wow. Okay. So then they started talking about the physical benefits,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to heart health. They had all these stats from the American Heart Association.
Oh, yeah.
I was blown away.
Like what kind of stats?
They said that just 30 minutes of walking 5 times a week can reduce your risk of heart disease by 19%.
Wow. That's huge.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but like, how does it do that?
But they got into that too. They were talking about how walking can lower bad cholesterol and then raise the good cholesterol. And then on top of that, it helps you manage your blood pressure and improves your circulation.
So it's like attacking heart disease from all angles.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And I was like, you know what? It's never too early to start thinking about like preventing these things, even if I'm feeling good now.
Exactly.
So then for people who are, you know, maybe trying to lose weight, they said that morning walks can be like a really good way to jumpstart your metabolism.
Oh, especially if you walk on an empty stomach.
Okay, what's the deal with that?
Well, when you walk before you've eaten anything, your body's like more likely to burn fat for energy, which helps you burn fat more efficiently.
Interesting.
He said like a 30-minute walk could burn 150 to 200 calories.
So I could like literally burn calories before I even have breakfast.
Pretty much.
That's amazing.
And think about it like starting your day with that. Like you're already crushing it. You're more likely to make healthier choices throughout the day.
Totally.
Plus walking helps reduce like belly fat.
All right. Which is linked to all sorts of other problems.
Right, like diabetes and heart disease.
Okay. So speaking of feeling good, have you ever noticed that like when you go for a walk, you get your best ideas?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The podcast said that's not just a coincidence.
Right. It's because walking, it increases blood flow to the brain.
Yeah.
Which helps with like memory and concentration and problem solving.
He even said that it could like help delay cognitive decline.
Wow.
And reduce the risk of Alzheimer's.
That's incredible.
I know, it blew my mind. So think about it, like if there's a task you're struggling with mentally, like could going for a walk help you with that?
It definitely could.
I know, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so let's talk sleep. I don't know about you, but I am always looking for ways to like sleep better, you know?
Yeah.
Get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Who isn't?
The podcast said that morning walks can actually like help with that.
Oh yeah, because morning sunlight.
Yeah.
It's like super important for regulating your circadian rhythm.
So that's like my body's natural sleep-wake cycle.
Exactly.
So getting that light in the morning like helps set my internal clock.
That's the idea. It like triggers the production of serotonin, which then like converts to melatonin later in the day.
And melatonin is the thing that helps me fall asleep.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
So walking in the morning could help me sleep better at night.
Yeah, like deeper, more restful sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have trouble like falling asleep or staying asleep.
Right. Okay, so now for something completely different, for anyone listening who has diabetes or is like worried about getting it, this episode had some really interesting stuff about that.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to hear about this.
So basically they were saying that exercise and like even just walking can really help improve your insulin sensitivity.
Okay.
And it helps lower your blood sugar levels.
Wow.
They even talked about this study in a journal called Diabetes Care, where they found that people with type 2 diabetes who like walked regularly saw a big improvement in their blood sugar control.
So like even just gentle exercise can make a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's low impact.
Right.
So it's good for people who have like joint pain or whatever.
So it's a good way to manage your energy levels and maybe even reduce your risk of getting type 2 diabetes.
Exactly.
Okay, so this next one I had never even thought about before. They were saying that walking can actually improve your flexibility and posture.
Oh yeah, for sure. It might seem weird, but when you walk, you're engaging all these different muscle groups, especially in your legs and hips and core.
Right. So instead of just like sitting at my desk all day,
Yeah.
which I definitely do, I could be like strengthening those muscles.
Right. And improving your posture.
Wow. So it's like a natural way to realign my body.
Pretty much. And they even suggested like doing some stretches before and after your walk to help with flexibility and any like stiffness or back pain you might have.
Okay, cool. And then of course there's vitamin D. Like everyone's talking about vitamin D these days.
Right. It's super important.
It's like the sunshine vitamin.
Exactly. It's so important for strong bones and a healthy immune system.
Right.
And even your mood.
Right. And if you don't get enough, you can get tired and sick more easily.
Totally.
So how does walking help with all that?
Well, just getting out in the sun for like 10 to 30 minutes in the morning during your walk, that can often be enough to get your daily dose of vitamin D.
So I don't need to take a supplement or anything.
Not necessarily. It's way more fun to get it from sunshine.
Right. I agree. Totally.
Yeah.
And then beyond all the physical stuff, I love that they talked about how walking can actually help you mentally too, like with discipline and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's like starting your day with this accomplishment. You know, it builds that mental resilience and self-discipline.
Right. Which are important for like everything.
For sure. And they even said that like it can have this ripple effect on other parts of your life. Like you're more likely to make good choices throughout the day.
Yeah, I can see that.
So you've already done this one good thing.
Right.
So you're like setting yourself up for success.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here. Increased energy, reduced stress, better heart health, stronger bones.
Yeah.
But like, what does all this mean for the listener, you know?
We've given you all the reasons why you might want to try morning walks. But it's up to you to decide how it could fit into your life.
Right. Like, what are you hoping to achieve? What are your goals? What are your challenges?
Exactly.
So it's not about like becoming a marathon walker or anything.
Yeah, not at all.
It's more about just thinking about how even a short walk could make a difference in your life.
Right. So like think about what you're struggling with. Is it your energy levels, your stress, your sleep?
Or maybe you just want to feel more disciplined.
Yeah. Maybe it's all of the above.
Could be. It's really up to you.
That's cool. So we've given you the information and hopefully some inspiration.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn to like actually take a step.
Literally. Literally.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question.
Okay.
Imagine you start walking every morning for just 1 week. What do you think would change?
That's a good question. We'd love to hear your answers. Remember, every journey starts with a single step.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe like you'll find even more benefits, you know?
Yeah.
Like stuff we didn't even talk about today.
Right. It's all about like figuring out what works for you.
Exactly. This whole deep dive has like got me thinking I need to get out there more.
Me too.
I'm ready to like lace up my shoes and hit the pavement.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like how such a simple thing can be so good for you.
Totally.
Yeah.
So to all our listeners out there, what are you waiting for? Get out there and like explore your neighborhood. Discover the power of morning walks for yourself.
And until next time, keep diving deep.
Yeah.
And keep exploring the world around you.